It is a sizzling September night here at Al Lang Stadium. The Tampa Bay Rowdies trying to make it 2 home victories in a row as they welcome in tonight their former head coach along with Sac Republic FC. This pregame show brought to you by Farah & Farah, Tampa's injury lawyers, and online at farahandfarah.com. Welcome in, everybody. So excited you're here. I'm Drew Felios alongside the great Ryan Davis. That's right, Neil Collins is back here at Al Lang Stadium tonight. Ryan, how is this going to affect the Rowdies' play on the field?
I think the Rowdies had a hint of desperation into their camp way before this match. It crept into last week's game where they had to come back by a goal down to win 2-1. So I think that same feeling is just going to bleed into this game. Yes, Neil Collins is back in town. Of course, that's a big story. But the desperation in the Rowdies camp is bigger than all the other stories so far in 2025 season.
Now the Tampa Bay Rowdies tonight hope to get the same performance that they got last week from Manuel Arteaga. He did not start. He was not in the 11, but he came in off the bench, and oh, did he have a huge effect.
He plays with emotion, Drew, and he brought that emotion into the second half. He went down, he ran on every single ball. He invited tackles, he invited physicality, and his ball at the last post was an absolute beauty to set things up. They ride on his emotion, and that's key.
So the Rowdies tonight not only remember their former head coach, also their former defender. Fast Freddie Kleeman is back on the pitch tonight, but he is in Sacramento gear.
He's an aerial threat. He's very much an organizer at the back line. May not be the fastest centre back there is in the USL Championship, but those other qualities outshine the fact that he isn't too quick.
Lots of love between the Rowdies and their former head coach, Neil Collins. But Sac Republic, this team, one of the hottest in the league, and they're going to have no mercy on the Tampa Bay Rowdies tonight. The Rowdies are going to have to really be on their game. It's Tampa Bay, and it's Sacramento. Kickoff just moments away from Al Lang Stadium.
So what makes the original Hooters so special? Everybody wants to know our secret recipe. The answer is simple. We care about our people, the food we serve, our guests, and the community around us. And this has been true since day one. We created a unique experience like no other. What you see is years of hard work. This is our family, and we're here because we care. To us, originality isn't just one thing, it's everything. Hooters, always original.
One thing I noticed is that when Chuck joined me, he challenged me.
You're going to be late.
Not as late as you. It's a natural thing between brothers, pushing each other.
Hey, it's one-upmanship. It's good for us, and it's good for our clients.
It doesn't get more fairer than that.
Tampa, St. Pete, the Rays, the Rowdies, the golf courses, the beaches. The Tampa Bay area is filled with great choices. That's why you choose to call it home. At Orlando Health, we're here to make your healthcare choices even better. With our investments in St. Pete's Bayfront Hospital and Tampa Bay's respected Florida Medical Clinic, plus new ER locations and even healthier choices to come. Orlando Health, choose well.
Rollovers, head-on collisions, hit and runs. You name it, we've litigated it.
And while insurance companies joke about the mayhem that occurs on roadways, we've seen the real effects. Lost lives, catastrophic injury, cars crushed like soda cans. And trust us, there's nothing funny about it.
If you've been in a crash, count on our experienced attorneys to seek full justice and all the money your case is worth.
For a fairer fight, you know who to call, Farah & Farah.
Just about ready for kickoff here in downtown St. Pete. The Rowdies and Sac Republic. Tampa Bay performing historically well against their foes from the West Coast. They hope to continue that trend here tonight. Let's meet our starting lineups brought to you by Orlando Health Bayfront. And for Sac Republic, we talked about Freddie Kleeman in the open, but Russell Cicerone, 5 goals, 3 assists. It's unlimited what this young man can do, number 11.
And he has Lopez to support him, that creative Lopez in number 8, and Bennett a finisher. Cicerone, 30 goals in just about 2.5 seasons with his Sac team, and a handful of assists to go along with it. He consistently is aggressive on that left-hand side towards the middle, and that's what the Rowdies have to look forward to tonight.
Notice, too, on the bottom of that graphic, Ryan Spalding, another former Rowdy, And for Tampa Bay, few new names in the lineup tonight. Sharp, number 25, going to get his second start. Lewis Hilton, Mr. Steady for Tampa Bay. Rowdies also need better play from Lawrence White.
Yeah, Lawrence White had a tough game last week, but he bounced back in that second half, just like most Rowdies did. But Sharp is a physical player up top to complement Patias' pace. They're a good combination with physicality and speed. And Sharp, coming from Toronto, he's going to get his chance to, in front of a crowd, his home crowd, to make a name for himself and get goals on the board. Rowdies really struggling in that area, and they're going to look to the young Sharp to rectify that.
Thermometer reads 85 degrees right now on the pitch, but feels much more hot and humid than that. Pasias, a huge goal last week to put the Rowdies in front and get a comeback win for Tampa Bay. Rodrigo Lopez right there, the captain of this Sac Republic squad. 3 goals, 5 assists for him on the year. And we are underway from Al Lang. Two outstanding head coaches here tonight, both young, both talented. Both teams will rely on them big time. Dominic Casciato, just a couple months on the job for the Rowdies. Tampa Bay putting the future in his hands. Will he have the same results that he had with Union Omaha, leading them to a League One victory and 2024 winning the league? Neil Collins needs no introduction. What a great run he had as the Rowdies headman. He came onto the field emotional. The fans gave him a standing O, but he is the enemy tonight, as weird as that seems. And those coaches brought to you by Farah and Farah, Tampa's personal injury lawyers.
I tell you what, both of these coaches, as simple as it sounds, have the same philosophy. They want the ball to be played furthest away from their goal as possible, which means both of them want to play a high back line against the Rowdies, already compressing the field and forcing Kleeman to go elsewhere. Going to try to go over the top, but these two teams very similar with their MO. It may come down to a battle of wills in the center circle.
Let's do a quick physical now for both of these teams. Our injury report brought to you by Orlando Health Bayfront. Tampa Bay, lots of guys on the shelf. Meanwhile, Sacramento comes in relatively healthy. Tampa Bay has had just issues with players staying on the pitch this year.
Yeah, so too Nick Moon unable to suit up at right wing back, but Bassett, Fernandez and Yangaberry, those are skilled players, Drew. They're not role players, they're not just sort of physical players who just occupying a slot. Those are skilled players that the Rowdies are missing out on, and it's tough to replace those types.
So Tampa Bay gets it ahead to Pasios. A little too far ahead on the giveaway.
Oh, wow.
And now right back. This young man is talented. Corey Bennett can be a human highlight reel. As our first whistle, Sacramento will place it down. And our keys to the match also, Ryan. I know you spend lots of time on this, breaking down both teams during the week. What have you got for us tonight?
Well, I think the Sacramento team, knowing Neil Collins, is going to press high and press often. The Rowdies are going to have to be patient playing out of the back. Bring back their wing backs, bring back their center midfielders like a Lewis Hilton, try to get him on the ball and facilitate. As for Sacramento, more of the same, high tempo, force the action. This Rowdies team are trying to find their way back into this USL Championship. Now is the time to apply the pressure, and I think Neil Collins and Sacramento will oblige.
So a little heavy-footed that time by Rodrigo Lopez. And the Rowdies will now place it down. Ethan Bondre in goal for Tampa Bay. There's Lopez, team captain though, 5 assists. So key, even more important than the actual goals that he has tucked in this year for Sac Republic. And already that press, you can sense it is going to be high intensity from the visiting side here tonight. So this is JJ and JJ. Jack Gurr with the touch. And now they'll touch it back. Freddie Kleeman gets his first touch.
I tell you what, Sacramento will enjoy the Al-Lang width of the field. Neil Collins wants his wingbacks to touch, as they say, get chalk on their boots. Every time the ball comes to them, they're on the white line. And that's going to open up the middle of the park for people like Bennett and company.
Desmond trying to size things up. Aaron Guillen will hammer this one high. It'll stay in bounds, and the Rowdies will play it alongside the touchline on the far side. So there's Lawrence White, unable to collect. Sac Republic continuing this run. This is a nice possession and a good way to start for the visitors. Oh, good takeaway. Juan Carlos Azocar, the Venezuelan, gets in on it early for the home side.
Well, it's going to be a battle on that far side. Michael Benitez is a wily Mexican-type player, close control, wants to get behind the player in front of him. And he wins the battle here, Azocar. And here's that thumping tackle by Willie.
Danny Vitiello puts this one in motion. Rowdies will have a throw in. Ball lands right in the middle of the youngsters. Such a great place to be on a Saturday night right here.
I hope it never ends. Alan just provides that environment for the kids. And it's so beautiful to watch every Saturday.
So here's Guillen, also Bodily, and White now settling things for Tampa Bay. Robert Castellanos has been a fixture in the back for Tampa Bay this season. And Kazil had a big save last week, just wiped a goal off the board that would have doubled the Pittsburgh lead.
I think he's in the perfect position. He was once a defensive midfielder, but playing in the heart at centre back. Doesn't have to sprint and run down quicker players. He just plays positionally. He reads the game so well, the man from French Guiana. And I think he's back at home in that centre back slot.
And how big was that play that he made last week?
Yeah, that could have, the game would have completely gotten away from the Rowdies in the manner in which they were playing. Keeping the score at 1-0 was imperative, and he did that.
Nicely done by Paul Marie, a little flick, trying to hit Charlie Sharp, and it winds up in the hands of Vitiello.
Well, Paul Marie, the latest addition to the Rowdies, he came in as a right wing back on that far side, hoping for the Rowdies to fill that role with Nick Moon being out injured. But he's so crafty that they've now slotted him in at the number 10. So there's a triangle in midfield. Lawrence Wyke and Lewis Hilton at the base of the triangle, with Marie at the point of it in the middle of the park for the Rowdies.
On the run, Jack Gurr. Good matchup there with Bodily. Hammered out of bounds. First corner kick on the way for Sac Republic. Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of USL Championship. From the Academy to the big leagues, it's there every step of the way. Visit us.select/sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select is the player's choice. So just underway, 7th minute. Thrilled to have you with us. Drew Felios, Ryan Davis. And our first Colony Grill corner kick. So here it comes, off the foot of Benitez. Setting up as the end swinger. Corey Bennett, Mark tightly. Lawrence White's got a big job tonight, he knows it. Here it comes. Lopez. And now this ball sent in, curling. Far post. Collected. It's still in. Well set up here by Sac Republic. Rowdies coming crashing.
Good patience by the Rowdies, keeping their discipline, keeping their shape. It was an excellent second ball in from Benitez from a disappointing first corner. But the white should stay compact, even though Willie got on the end of it on the far side. There was no area for him to put the ball back into. And now the Rowdies making Sacramento go all the way back.
Now it's JJ. Sac Republic going backwards. Good stand there by Tampa Bay. Our official tonight, our head referee is Matt Thompson. Brett Hamill, second in command. Oh, a giveaway. Sac Republic now going to have an opportunity. And this ball is just sent wide. Corey Bennett nearly got loose. And you saw Ethan Bondre on guard for the home side.
Well, Azocar just trying to nod this one back straight into the path of one of the hottest players in the USL Championship, Bennett. Right into the forwards path. But look at the recovery by Venkayazil. The man in form at the back. meeting the man in form up front.
Second corner now for Sac Republic. Hoping for their 10th victory of the season here at Al Lang. Another Colony Grill corner kick. So Rodrigo Lopez here to do the honors. Lopez's ball. Line drive right in front of the goal. The Rowdies will once again escape. And let's see if they can bust out and get some numbers forward. Azokar.
Well, JJ was the man who tried to just dummy the ball at the near post. It almost pays off. But then JJ took off like a rocket. Looked like Carl Lewis coming through the middle of the field and got all the way back into his centre-back positioning. That is the sort of expectations that you need to have when playing for a Neil Collins type team. And that was on display then.
Lewis Hilton taken down. And the first call tonight in the Rowdies' favor. See Matt Thompson. This guy, Corey Bennett, though, the current USL Player of the Week. He is going to be a handful.
Yeah, double against New Mexico, and not many teams, including Sac Republic, go into New Mexico and come away with wins. He was largely the factor, scoring both goals in a 2-0 win.
Keep an eye on number 90 tonight, right there. Certainly a special player. Rowdies now on the attack. Bodily. Nice little touch that time. So he was trying to get Charlie Sharp, who was running right down the center. Good idea.
Well, changing the point of attack is so important in this sport. And with the Rowdies just switching from right to left so quickly, Sacramento had a hard time recovering. And Bodley just couldn't find anyone in the middle. But that's the sort of intensity when the ball is at their feet they need to have. Switching that point of attack quickly unlocks defenses and creates chances.
That case heel again, controlling it for Tampa Bay. Castellanos. This is the second match in a 3-match homestand. You know, as it usually is, these games in September and October, they multiply at home, Ryan. And they give the Rowdies a valuable opportunity to get back in the mix. Right now, 10th overall in the standings. And on that table, it won't take much to be in that top 8. Oh, there's a shot right in front of the official. And an easy call.
This is going to be a head injury. Benitez, his challenge is going to be shrugged off by the referee. Interesting to see that his Azokar, the Venezuelan, through the legs. No effort to go for the ball. 2 hands into the neck. And I would say the left wing back for Sacramento Republic has just gotten off with a warning.
So here's the player you were raving about all week, Ryan. It's been a while since we've done a game together, but Paul Marie, the latest acquisition from the Rowdies, on loan from San Jose.
And he's also a set-piece specialist. Took all the corners last week, even though Lewis Hilton was on the pitch. And he's doing so again tonight.
So he is legit MLS pedigree. Rowdies utilizing his services for the stretch run. First set piece, Rowdies. Nearly set up a header. Pasius now on top of it. Trying to set up another chip. This one going to be taken care of by Sac Republic. Now Nick Ross. Jack Gurr. Castellanos will track it down. Keep an eye on Lewis Hilton tonight, Ryan, because Lewis Hilton comes into this game 24 minutes shy of 20,000 minutes logged in USL Championship. So right now we're about 10 minutes away from Lewis Hilton eclipsing that 20,000 mark.
And to celebrate that, his mom and dad are in the crowd tonight in Al Lang, coming all the way from the southern part of England. Lewis Hilton, one of those coaches slash players on the field who dictates the tempo of the game. He is very much the orchestrator for this Rowdies outfit for the last 5-6 years. Coming from St. Louis FC.
Pacios. And we asked Coach Casciado, talk about Lewis Hilton. What does he bring to the club? And he said he's the first guy here, last guy to leave every single day. His passion for the game, Ryan, is just off the charts.
I believe he only got his 4th goal for the club last week with that equalizer. But he brings so much more. You can't look at his goals. That's not what he does for his team. He provides tempo. He provides ball handling in very sensitive areas of the field for the Rowdies. And he changes that point of attack we talk about consistently.
Pacios. Now we'll turn and run. A floater. Now he's trying to get on top of it. And it will go the other way here. Sac Republic now with possession. Just over 15 minutes has eclipsed here. Grand Central Brewhouse, a family-friendly, pet-friendly, community-friendly, 2-story brewery, tap room, and beer garden located in the heart of the Grand Central District. Grand Central Brewhouse features traditional lagers and ales brewed in-house and served directly from European serving tanks. It's the Grand Central Brewhouse. Definitely want to visit today. Great place to catch a game. Love the Rowdies. Pacios being held, and that's an easy goal.
Well, Pacios is not only quick, but he can use his body as well. And just shielding off Ryan JJ. JJ is so quick, but against a taller, stronger Pacios, he's always going to play second fiddle in that battle.
Now here's White. Rowdies have settled in a bit after a bumpy first 5 minutes. Lee Desmond with a clean takeaway. Right in front of the head coach, as you see over there, Neil Collins. He is up and he is at him tonight for Sacramento. Just the way he has this team playing. Second right now in the West. Another incredible turnaround he is orchestrating.
And I think his MO is to build from the back and go forward. Only 17 goals allowed this season. It is the best in the USL Championship. 9 clean sheets, tied for best in the championship. He stops the bleeding. He prevents obvious or easy goals from scoring and allows his team to stay in the game because the entire unit is defending as a unit.
Tight space to work with there in the corner. Rowdies will have it.
And I think we should not be surprised. Neil Collins is a centre-back. He's a defender. He's going to bring that MO to his coaching style. And that has paid off remarkably in his tenure.
Oslikar with the throw-in. Lewis Hilton. Van Keziel. Rowdies now operate from the right. Aaron Guillen. Now Lewis Hilton. Long service in. That's going to be touched.
Well, even Lewis Hilton is not going to be impressed with that. Had a lot of time to pick out someone. And only pick out Vitello.
A little pressure now from Tampa Bay. One of the crazy stats coming into this game that really makes those eyebrows rise up, Ryan, is the fact that Sacramento has only given up 17 goals this year. It is going to be tough chopping this wood tonight for the Tampa Bay offense.
Yeah, that's why the Rowdies, we always talk about forwards and midfielders, but what about the pass coming into the midfielders? For then the midfielders to get it to the forwards. It starts from the back and it builds through to get to the forwards eventually. So all this movement and passing at this point creates the chance in the last third. Everything has to be crisp and all the movement fluid.
Attacking opportunity here, White. Trying to get a cross in. Now the goalkeeper off his line. And he'll come and reel it in.
Saw Derek Sharp challenge Vitello there. That's what Sharp brings to this forward line with Pacias. Physicality, effort, and he's going to try to complement Pacias' pace and skill with that sort of presence in the 18-yard box.
Blake Willie. Little shove in the back. This comes from Venke Azil. And the official right on top of it will play quickly. Nick Ross. Here in the 20th minute. Rowdies come in 6-12-3 on the season. Definitely been an interesting ride here in 2025. Still lots of games ahead of us, though. And as we said, these home-heavy months of September and October, definitely time to get this going back in the right direction. Here's Sac Republic, though, starting to find feet. Near side. Connecting the dots. Top of the 18. Giving it off now. Cicerone. Cicerone slides it left. Rowdies there to defend. Nick Ross again. Boy, Ross is all over the place right now. Number 19. Another dandy pass on the ground. Looking for that final touch.
That ball in behind the defense to Cicerone was Rodrigo Lopez again. He's on the ball now. He just keeps the ball ticking over. And once he gets into the last third, he sees the avenue. He sees the play before everyone else does. And he put it right into the corridor for Cicerone to run onto. That's how he ended up with the top 5 in assists in USL history. And the leading assist man for Sacramento Republic history, Rodrigo Lopez.
This ball will skate out. It will belong to Sac Republic. You know, eFootball is here. You can live your dream, rep your team, play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball, free to play. Download now. Wonder if you can have your own announcers too. Ryan Davis and Drew Felios during a game.
Could you imagine?
That would be nice.
That's just going to raise the level of that game by at least 2 points out of 10.
Or take it down.
Yeah.
Either one. Love me some great video games, though.
Oh, yeah.
What's your favorite game back in the day? Your favorite Nintendo game back in the late 80s?
You know, because I was such a soccer fan, there was a game called Goal, G-O-A-L, and I would stay up for hours playing against friends on the Nintendo. It is Nintendo Goal.
I was a big Tecmo Bowl guy.
Remember? Oh, that's right.
Loved it.
Did you ever venture into, like, remember Atari, like Frogger?
Oh,
like Frogger?
of
Remember
course.
Frogger crossing the street?
No question. Ball sent forward. 3 Rowdies there. Sac Republic quickly up to recover. Jack Gurr. Starting to be some real openings now on both sides. Little flick up. No one home. It'll be Tampa Bay possession.
Casciato. Actually, not Casciato. It was Cicerone who did such a great job on that far side. Completely sent Azucar the wrong way. But the final product with that little left-footed chip, just couldn't find any red shirts or maroon shirts tonight. But it just gives you an idea of what Cicerone brings and what we call the landing strip. Let's call it the left corner of the box for them, the right corner for the Rowdies. That's where he's going to operate the number 11 for Sacramento.
Sacramento owning possession here. Castellanos. And now we'll try and slide one in. Once again, well done. Venke Azil there. Getting to a spot quickly. And it will be Tampa Bay possession. Want to thank you for watching tonight. If you're watching on ESPN Plus or Tampa Bay's 44, our local carrier in the Tampa Bay area of Tampa Bay Rowdies Soccer. I have enjoyed Rowdies Soccer on Tampa Bay's 44 this year. It is so cool. Every single game broadcasted, Ryan.
What a service that is for Rowdies fans. Just so they can just get on the 44 and watch their favorite soccer team. people take it for granted. You know, you turn on all these different streams, you try to find a game, and you have to go through 4 different platforms. Well, for the Rowdies fans, turn on the 44, and you're in.
Such a great history, Tampa Bay's 44, covering local sports. And looks like our first yellow is going to be dished out. It comes right here. Lewis Hilton trying to get ahead, and Rodrigo Lopez just yanks him down.
Rodrigo Lopez is not the quickest of players, so if he's left on a 1v1 situation with no cover, sometimes he can get undressed. And Lewis Hilton left him for dead. It's an opportunity for Marie, the Frenchman, just to float one to the left-hand side, looking for Lawrence White.
Off the foot of Marie, into the box, and right in the hands of Vitiello. Oh, you saw Charlie Sharp trying to track that down. So close to it. Charlie Sharp, not Charlie Dennis, Charlie Sharp.
That was sharp.
I like what I see thus far from Paul Marie.
Yeah, he's versatile. He wants to get on the ball, which is a coach's dream. He's not shying away. And he has the quality and he has the speed to take on players. And he can also play the full 90 minutes.
Broadcast tonight brought to you by Hooters, the original wing joint. Hooters doing it since 1983, the original Hooters right here in the Tampa Bay area, in Clearwater, Gulf to Bay Boulevard.
1983, huh?
Yes. Player down here, Corey Bennett. He pops right back up for Sac Republic. Now it's Cicerone. Watch Lewis Hilton defend. White in the neighborhood as well for Tampa Bay. Rowdies doing a little extra chasing here in this first half. Again, I think we kind of came into this game knowing Tampa Bay is going to be, yes, a bit of an underdog. We know that. But it's going to take some special performances and maybe a few bounces for the Rowdies to get out of here with a result. And I just say that, Ryan, not because we don't have faith in the Rowdies, but just because Sacramento is playing so well right now, this point in the season.
Yeah, the Rowdies are the team trying to rebuild piece by piece as the season goes along, while this Sacramento team was built to begin this season, to be contenders. And they are contending. They're second in the West, 8 points off the pace with a game in hand.
And get this, in the months of July and August, Sacramento rattled off 17 points. They just piled it on the opposition to get where they are right now.
Well, the Wild Wild West, it is a log jam from the last team all the way to the third place team in the West. It is just about 6 to 8 points separating those teams. As for the Rowdies, they are 6 points off of Indy 11, 5 points rather off of Indy 11. Indy 11 playing Louisville City tonight. Actually, sorry, Rhode Island, who are 3 points off, are playing Louisville City tonight. Indy 11, 6 points ahead of the Rowdies. But the Rowdies now with 6 games, including tonight at home, with the last 9 in the 2025 regular season, really have a chance to close the gap on those two teams.
Now it's JJ. Trying to get the post up. Right out to Willie. Switch the point of attack once again. Sac Republic looking cool and confident on the ball right now. Rowdies just kind of sitting back and just swallowing this attack. Robert Castellanos attempts to clear.
Good job by Sacramento Republic, pinning the Rowdies in their own half now. There's no avenue, even if the Rowdies do get the ball like Castellanos did just now, there was no avenue to release it to get out of trouble.
This ball getting put in front. And again, Van Keziel has been right place, right time here thus far.
Yeah, his positioning is fantastic. the wily veteran.
Shot from distance. This one deflected and into the goal. So partially deflected, but the ball had so much on it, there was no stopping it. And Rodrigo Lopez rings it up early here for the visiting side.
Well, this is what happens when you pin a team back so deep in their own third. Nothing Bandry could do about it. A huge deflection. But because the white shirts are so far back, it allows it allows Rodriguez to get a chance to raise his head, put his laces on it. Cruel deflection. But that sequence by Sacramento was well deserved, executed, and Lopez gets on the scoreboard.
Just see the vibe over there on that Sac Republic bench. Coach Collins has these players believing. Seemed like just yesterday when he departed the Rowdies, headed to Barnsley, was going to be his dream job. Didn't quite work out the way he had wanted it to, but had such a great run here with Tampa Bay. He comes back into the United States, and Sac Republic says, absolutely, we'll take you. No questions asked. And you just have the feeling that this club is headed for great things.
Yeah, this team is on the cusp, like we mentioned just a little while ago. And with his mindset and his organization, not his organization on the field, off the field, we're talking the entire club now. Everybody starts to get on board and move in the same direction. And that spreads onto the field, and now you see this cohesiveness, which makes them so hard to score on and so hard to beat. It keeps them in the mix every match.
You know, Coach Collins, I compare his run to Tony Dungy with the Buccaneers. Totally transformed the franchise, didn't win the Super Bowl, but got us to that next level, and then he comes back into the league, and you just have a feeling he could very well win a cup now, just like Dungy did with Indianapolis.
Yeah, that big personality, and he sees the game so clearly. He sees the organization so clearly, and he wants to affect everything. Fantastic personality, of course, but the intensity is there, night in, night out, and it's hard to replicate that. Not many people can.
Well, we invite you to tune in September 10th for the Jägermeister Cup semifinals, for 38 clubs down to the final 4. Rhode Island FC takes on Sac Republic at 7 p.m. Eastern, and League One's Greenville Triumph SC battles Hartford Athletic, 7:30 p.m. It's all on ESPN+.
Tell you what, Coach Cartiato has done everything right thus far. This Rowdies team has plugged all the holes defensively. They've been stubborn. They've been cohesive. They've kept their shape. They've done everything right coming out of the press. Just a cruel deflection has now separated these two teams.
So 32nd minute, and the Rowdies trailing by a goal. So excited you're with us tonight alongside Ryan Davis. I'm Drew Felios from Al Lang Stadium. There's our Twitter handles. Feel free to hit us up. Let us know what you think about tonight's broadcast. Only nice things. If you have anything negative to say, make sure and include Ryan's handle. He'll respond. He'll take care of it. Saw the Rowdies coaching staff, Dominic Casciato, also cannot discount Steve Coleman, the job that he did being pressed into duty, and now as the Rowdies' main assistant coach. There you see him with the gold hat right there. I mean, this guy, I think, needs to be given some credit for what he had to deal with this year, and hopefully he has a spot on that Rowdies bench for an awfully long time.
Has come in after the Rowdies. Remember those 2 hurricanes at the end of last year? This organization was just trying to keep it together on the field because of all those things that happened off the field. He was thrust into the mix right at the beginning and really tried to get this roster and this team in sync. And it's taken a little bit longer than they expected, but boy, you have to tip your hat to this man.
It's Guillen with White. Hilton spreading the wealth now. Castellanos getting a touch. Rowdies need a good possession here.
Now the Rowdies went down 1-0 last week to Pittsburgh, and they dropped their shoulders at the end of the first half, but they came out roaring in the second. So far, this Rowdies team, shoulders have not been dropped, understanding that that goal came from 30 yards out off a deflection. So it's back to business, and they win a corner right away, courtesy their captain, Aaron Gain.
So Rowdies corner on the way. Another Colony Grill corner kick. Aaron Guillen will trot back in position for the home side. Lewis Hilton. This is going to be Paul Marie once again. Dealing. See if they go short here to White. Or if they try and slide one in. Set pieces could be the way to score here tonight. Nicely done. Vitiello climbing on top of everybody and tipping that one out. Rowdies will keep possession. Tampa Bay did defeat this Sacramento Republic club last season 1-0, and that was on the West Coast.
That is no easy feat, heading across to Sacramento and stealing one. Talk about a well-oiled machine, this Sacramento Republic team. Lost the US Open Cup final in 2023 to Orlando City. What a run that was.
Blake Bodley doing it himself now across the pitch. Tampa Bay trying to work a little 1v1. Azakar has it poked away. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Farah & Farah, Tampa's personal injury lawyers, and online at farahandfarah.com. Van Azil is going to get called here for the foul. Official right there. Van Azil will give him an earful, and it's Matt Thompson once again. Here's some of the verbiage back and forth. These officials, sometimes they will return the favor to these players.
Yeah, the intensity is so high that once it becomes physical and the referees have to step in, then the players react, and now some of the referees start to get vocal as well. It is very hard to match a player's intensity when they're in the thick of things in the middle of a game. And referee Thompson is matching that intensity, as we can see.
Now in stride. In the middle of the 18, Rowdies get a nice touch on it, and it's Lawrence White. When you've got this much moisture in the air, Ryan, the humidity, it can certainly play a factor in the game. That deflection, how it just kind of slid off and into the goal.
Yeah, also because you've been defending for the better part of 2 to 3 minutes, players become fatigued. And even though the challenge was there, may not have closed down Rodrigo Lopez quickly enough. But I have to tip your hat to Lopez. He's such a crafty player, full of technique. And boy, did he get his laces on it, but the deflection was still cruel to Bandry.
Lawrence White with some room to operate. Bodley handling for the Rowdies. Castellanos, some good movement. Obviously, you wonder, where is Pasius? You see him right in the middle of your screen, trying to shake free, find an opening. They go far post with it, and a little bit heavy-footed that time.
Well, it was Lewis Hilton in that spot just a little while ago. This time it's Paul Marie, just not wrapping his foot around the ball enough to curl it back into the vicinity of Sharp. Sometimes players really snatch at it and hurry their form.
Coming up at halftime, a look back at last week's win, look around the league, highlights and stats as well. It's our Colony Grill halftime show. Definitely want to stay tuned for that. A memorable week it was last week here. Unfortunately, Ryan, I couldn't be with you, but Austin Line, I heard, held up the fort with our great crew. Comeback victory for the Rowdies.
Yeah, it was a fantastic night. Arteaga coming on in that second half and willing this team over the finish line. And what a finish by Pasias. Talk about class and touch. Oof, that is a heavy, heavy challenge. Yep. First yellow. Kids at home, I'm going to teach you something about a challenge in the middle of the park. Ross coming in all in on Lewis Hilton and earning himself a yellow card. There's an old saying, sometimes you have to leave just a little bit on the plate, Drew. You can't go for all of it. And Ross just lunged completely out of position, nowhere near the ball. And every day you're going to get into the referee's books that way. Sometimes you just have to hold back. You have to know when to hold, Drew, and you have to know when to fold. Apparently those are great words once said in this country.
Hazelkar now on top of it for the Rowdies. Tampa Bay trying to pull level after giving up the early goal to Rodrigo Lopez.
I believe the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are looking for a kick-up.
That would have been good from about 60 yards out.
That was impressive.
So now Danny Vitiello. Been a rather fluid first half. Not much stoppage time, I imagine, going to be on tap here for Tampa Bay. Now played from the midfield stripe. Sac Republic advancing forward. This could be trouble. It's Benitez. And it goes off a Rowdy. A corner kick is upcoming now for the visiting side. How about Colony Grill, now the official sponsor of our halftime show? It's exciting stuff.
Yeah, there's no pizza like it. It's thin crust, full of taste. And I tell you what, our broadcast crew can't do without it. Colony Grill.
The Colony Grill location, I believe, in Midtown Tampa. Really cool. Great place to hang out. 43rd minute, Colony Grill corner kick. Here it comes. Shot. Not much on that one. Trying to follow it back up, though. Rowdies have a bit of a difficult time clearing it.
Well, maybe an offside call before Blake Bodley completely whiffed it. So it's going to be a free kick for the Rowdies.
Now it's JJ. Ball's going to be thrown in here by Sac Republic. For the second week in a row, Rowdies will likely be trailing here at the half. So let's see if the club will have some answers this week like they did a week ago. Ryan JJ.
Tell you what, Coach Casciato, an even-headed coach, said all the right things last week to this team, understanding that sometimes you can drop your head, but this time he asked for the Rowdies to dig deep. They did that in the second half. They've done so again tonight. Fantastic disciplined performance from the home team. Unlucky, we understand. Sometimes the game does offer those type of goals against you. Rodrigo Lopez with a fantastic strike. The deflection, of course, but this Rowdies team picked their heads right back up and got back to business.
Lopez. See if Sac Republic tries to step on the gas one time. Flag will go up. That's an easy call.
Well, there's that high back line that both teams like to play. Rowdies want to compress the field, don't want to give too much time on the ball to players like Lopez. And Bennett's caught taking off the starting position too quickly.
So we will get 4 minutes of extra time. And perhaps a couple extra opportunities for the Rowdies to pull level.
Rowdies scoring 7 goals in the last 5 matches. Sacramento, 6 in the last 5, have struggled to get goals on the board. They have the all-important first one tonight.
Skips over Bonnelly. Yeah, look at Sacramento's production over the past few months, July and August. 17 points they rattled off in the standings. So just playing brilliant under Neil Collins. Rowdies certainly playing for something as well. Trying to make their 7th straight postseason appearance. This is Van Kazeel again. That's the spot. Lawrence White trying to turn and go. Trying to go far post with it. But airmailed it over the goal.
Well, there you have Van Kazeel, who's a defensive midfielder. He has those qualities, those passing qualities. Stepping in, breaking the lines, finding Lawrence White, who had every right to go for goal. But again, would have taken something special to beat Vitello from there.
Send this one forward. Castellanos is there for the Rowdies. Van Kazeel will hammer it out. And Sacramento will keep possession here. A little bit less than 2 minutes likely remaining before we head to intermission. So Coach Casciato for Tampa Bay got his first home victory last week in that Pittsburgh matchup. Trying to double it up here. Gonna have to be a comeback performance for Tampa Bay to do so.
I believe Lewis Hilton has reached his mark.
You're absolutely right. Lewis Hilton, I think we got a little sidetracked there by the goal for Sac Republic, but he is well over that 24-minute mark and now over 20,000, right? Thanks for the reminder.
Absolutely. That's what I'm here for, Joe. Not to help out.
He's going to make a great coach one day.
Yes. And what a great personality as well. Easy to talk to. And his teammates completely agree. What a player's type. Captain. May not have the captain's armband all the time on. When Aaron Guillen is not around, Lewis Hilton is next in line.
Tampa Bay will be awarded possession here. Azakar throws it in. Tampa Bay will be attacking the goal right in front of the Skyway Casuals in the second half. Usually a little more productive working to that side. And that'll bring the first half to a close. Sac Republic a goal up as they get a big one from Rodrigo Lopez, his 4th of the season. Robert Castellanos in Tampa Bay have to find some answers in half number 2. Head coach Dominic Casciato has his hands full, but this is what we expected. One of the best teams in the West, a goal up on your Rowdies. We'll be back to Al Lang Stadium. Our Colony Grill halftime show straight ahead.
Oh, Milo, no, not on the carpet.
There's a veterinary emergency group not far from here.
Yes, that's the one Dr. Holtz told us about. Jen loves that place.
Wow, apparently everyone loves this place.
Veterinary emergency group, this is Anne. How can I help you?
Hi, I think my dog Milo ate his toy.
Let me get one of our doctors on the line.
Hey, you must be Milo. Let's get you back to see the doctor.
Get ready, get set, get check. It's just that easy to sell your car with MorganBuysCars.com. First, visit MorganBuysCars.com and tell us a bit about your car. Next, receive an express cash offer online. Then, schedule an appointment at one of our 14 convenient locations to pick up your check. Plus, we'll beat anyone's offer on your vehicle or we'll give you $500. So, get ready, get set, and get checked. Online at MorganBuysCars.com.
When you're ready to set life into motion, Grow Financial is here to be your first step. To give you that running start and to show you just how far you can go. Because we serve people, not profit. Which means our mission isn't our products, but where they can take you. So wherever you may be going next, just remember, first steps start here. Grow Financial. We serve people, not profit.
Saturday night at Al Lang Stadium, no better place to be here in downtown St. Pete. Sac Republic leads your Tampa Bay Rowdies. The score is 1-0 as we welcome you to our Colony Grill halftime show. Tampa Bay will try and rebound with a full second half straight ahead. Well, last week, the Rowdies had quite an opportunity against the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, traditionally one of the Rowdies' toughest rivals. Their head coach, Bob Lilly, he is old school. And they have come in here and they have beaten the Rowdies in the past, but Tampa Bay holding strong a week ago. Pittsburgh, though, they got right to it early in this game. Rowdies looked like they were a step slow throughout. Not organized as well. And Pittsburgh made them pay early on as the Hounds went up a goal. Then the Rowdies would really have to dig in. Thomas Van Kazeel, we've talked about him, and he has been right place, right time, knocking this one away, wiping a goal off the board. What a huge play that was, because it really sparked the Rowdies the rest of the way. Set piece, corner kick, and watch Lewis Hilton right in front of it. Final tap puts it in, and we are level at a goal apiece. Stadium started jumping after that. You could feel the momentum turning. And then it was Arteaga. What a set. Pacius will bury it. And the Rowdies went up 2-1. They finally had the lead, and they would not look back on their home pitch. Rowdies get it done, a much-needed win, 2-1. And the first for their new head coach, Dominic Casciato, right here on the friendly home pitch of Al Lang Stadium. Going to have to do the same if they want to win this one tonight. Sac Republic a goal up. And we'll be back in just a moment.
Prinks Tires in the USL help soccer journeys everywhere to drive harder. From city playgrounds to suburban sidelines. From early mornings to late nights. From fun with friends to winner takes all. From the biggest fan to the biggest heart. And at every turn, Prinks Tires will be there for the long haul.
Strikes with the right and opens the scoring. A dream start for the home side. Wow, what a strike from Westchester, and it's Prince Sadie.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way.
Focus!
Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power.
Whatever it takes.
Trusted for over 100 years. Tiger Balm's proven herbal blend tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger so that you can rise above pain.
Let's make a Karate Kid.
And get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
And Rhode Island are into a major semi-final. It's Hartford the lead. Greenville is on the semi-finals. Sacramento is heading to the semi-finals.
They're not here by accident. It's not by chance.
You know, you only get one chance to make a first impression.
The game day environment is unlike anything I've experienced. It's loud, it's authentically Maine.
Even if the supporter doesn't play on the pitch, we fight together.
Don't get many opportunities to be a part of something brand new. We do have a responsibility to set the foundation.
People are coming here because they know soccer and they want to watch.
Oh, Milo, no, not on the carpet.
There's a veterinary emergency group not far from here.
Yes, that's the one Dr. Holt told us about. Jen loves that place.
Wow, apparently everyone loves this place.
Veterinary emergency group, this is Anne. How can I help you?
Hi, I think my dog Milo ate his toy.
Let me get one of our doctors on the line.
Hey, you must be Milo. Let's get you back to see the doctor.
Let's go to some league news and notes here with the backdrop of beautiful harbor here in downtown St. Pete. I'll tell you what, USL Championship and League One, so proud of their international call-ups, 17 total. And all of these guys well-deserving. Setting the pace for the postseason. Lou City, the first team to clinch a postseason berth. Charleston only needs 2 points, and they are in as well. And congratulations, North Carolina FC signs 18-year-old Finn Sundstrom to his first pro deal. He was on an academy contract. How about our USL team of the week? Full of young stars and emerging players. Keep an eye on Corey Bennett. He is on the field tonight for Sac Republic. He has been sensational as of late, and he is our current USL Player of the Week. Ryan Martin, too, Loudoun United, really starting to make waves. This league is ever-changing, and some of the teams and players starting to make names for themselves. Guys coming up through the ranks, certainly sort of a turning of the page throughout the league for sure. There's your table. Lou City right now is the top of the Eastern Conference. Charleston second. Loudoun, North Carolina also there. Again, Lou City, they are clinched into the postseason. Hartford, Detroit, Pittsburgh, and Indy 11. Question is, with as much football as we have remaining, can the Rowdies find a spot and squeeze inside that final eight? It's not going to be easy, but certainly can be done. FC Tulsa, top of the Western table. Sac Republic, they are right there They're 8 points behind. You see that first place team, FC Tulsa, and then kind of like everybody else. Interesting to see if FC Tulsa is going to be for real once the postseason comes along, because it's a completely different ball game there here in USL Championship. There's our scores from out of town. Ones we're following: Detroit City right now in the second half, a 3-1 lead. You've got Rhode Island and Lou City scoreless. Same with Charleston, Indy 11, Miami and Hartford all looking for their first goals. Not much scoring tonight by the looks of that graphic right there. We'll continue to follow these games to the finish. San Antonio also battling here tonight. So 1-0 is the score. Sac Republic on top of the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Our Colony Grill halftime show continues. Ryan Davis gets us ready for half number 2 after this.
Pick 2.
Pick 3.
Pick 4.
Pick 5.
This happen a lot?
Only during Pick Games drawings. So, twice a day, every day.
And every game gives back to education.
Okay.
The Florida Lottery. It's good fun.
Tampa, St. Pete, the Rays, the Rowdies, the golf courses, the beaches. The Tampa Bay area is filled with great choices. That's why you choose to call it home. At Orlando Health, we're here to make your healthcare choices even better with our investments in St. Pete's Bayfront Hospital and Tampa Bay's respected Florida Medical Clinic, plus new ER locations and even healthier choices to come. Orlando Health. Choose well.
Get ready, get set, get check. It's just that easy to sell your car with MorganBuysCars.com. First, visit MorganBuysCars.com and tell us a bit about your car. Next, receive an express cash offer online. Then, schedule an appointment at one of our 14 convenient locations to pick up your check. Plus, we'll beat anyone's offer on your vehicle, or we'll give you $500. So, get ready, get set, and get checked. Online at MorganBuysCars.com.
Welcome back to our Colony Grill halftime show. Rowdies a goal down. Sac Republic going to try and close this out. Tampa Bay will try and come back for the second time in consecutive weeks. Drew Felios alongside Ryan Davis. We knew what to expect from Sacramento, but how about the Rowdies? I think fans expect a little bit more firepower from the home side in the second half.
I think they've been well coached. I think their shape and their organization, their discipline has held Sacramento at bay. And it took a fantastic strike by Lopez. Of course, cruel deflection, like we mentioned a couple times in the broadcast. But I think they've done everything they're supposed to do. Stride to then create for the forwards up top.
So second half just about upon us. See the site at Al Lang. Hot and humid night. It has cooled down though significantly since the sun went down. And this is a time when the Rowdies have to band together. Obviously a very emotional night considering what is at stake. A coach that had so much to do with the Rowdies' success. A couple of Eastern Conference championships. And even a berth in the USL final. Back in town, coaching the team on the other side. A lot of the fixtures on this Rowdies team happy to see their coach, but they want to defeat him tonight and miss their opportunity in half number 2. So Sacramento will put this in play. Blake Willie. And second half is now underway. Nick Ross for Sac Republic. Sac Republic won the possession battle in the first half. And a player goes down here for Tampa Bay. I believe that was White, who went down hard. And it is not. It is Charlie Sharp making his second start tonight for Tampa Bay. He gets up though. It looks like he's okay. So there is Aaron Guillen. And a couple subs here for Sac Republic. Desmond comes on.
This is where the Rowdies have to become just a little bit creative. The runs in front of them have to be sharp, quick turns, tight cuts. Speaking of sharp, using that body well, and the Rowdies maintain possession. If they can get a good sequence here to begin the second half, can really get some confidence going.
Cristiano Pirano is on the pitch now for Sac Republic. Rowdies will take a shot from distance. Oh, that nearly had a chance. Vitiello made a brilliant save. Best shot the Rowdies have had all night long.
Azukar coming inside as Venkai Azil was the one who provided the cross. So as he tucked inside, got a great position, and what a fantastic effort. Talk about technique. That is not easy.
It's the first Rowdy shot on frame here tonight. Bodily trying to follow it up. Nicely done. And a Colony Grill corner kick will start the second half for Tampa Bay.
Well, he has that extra gear, Blake Bodley, and trying to go against one of the best in Jack Gurr. Gurr stopped the service, stopped the cross, but Bodley wins a corner. And I have to say, over the last 2 minutes, the Rowdies seem to be bringing that same sort of energy that they brought against Pittsburgh a week ago, in which they scored 2 goals in that second half.
So here it comes. Nicely set up. Keeper comes briefly off his line. Passius now will handle for the Rowdies. Right in the middle of that box. Get a head on it. Not quite enough on it to make Vitiello really have to move.
Well, there you have the physical sharp. Bodies dropping all around him, and it's Jack Gurr, one of the strongest players in this championship, going to ground. Passius' delivery just behind everyone. Azuka had to go back and reach for it behind the penalty spot. Just couldn't find any power.
Oh, look at this one forward. Couple nice moves. Cicerone doing it for Sac Republic. And now look at the numbers forward. Rowdy scrambling to get back. Well, that nearly was a threat.
Well, what made this thing so interesting, we look at JJ, the right centre-back for the Sacramento. He makes the overlapping run to Gurr's right, and he makes himself a decoy. So then the defense has to hesitate, allowing Gurr the time to then pick out the cross. He did not pick out Benitez. But again, JJ's ability to make that run up the side really makes the defense second guess itself and allows good the time to then provide the service.
If you're just joining us, many Rowdies players missing tonight. Force Lasso has yet to make an appearance. We could see him a little bit later, not quite 100%. Rowdies certainly miss his presence on the field. He has had a hard time just staying healthy all season long.
Broken bone in his shoulder. Ooh. Talk about a nasty injury. But he's as tough as they get. So he's made himself available after missing last week. There he is. Who can forget that night he had a year ago? Scored 2 goals right here in Al Lang Stadium, 2 headers. Tore his ACL that night.
Oh. Now the home run attempted once more by Sac Republic. Jack Gurr tries to flick it back. Rowdies able to take care of it. The USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. You can catch live matches, expert analysis as well every day on CBS Sports' Golazo Network and ESPN Plus. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings. Castellanos. Rowdies trying to find a spot to attack. And could this be it? Azakar on that right side. Oh, did not see much contact there. Rowdies do not get the benefit of the doubt.
Well, Benitez did a great job to put himself in between Azakar and the ball. So as soon as Azakar came in behind him, felt the contact, went over, Benitez had the positioning.
Like once you get to that spot, you've got the advantage.
That's right. And the player has to respect that. If not, he's just going to concede the free kick.
Just like when we try and jockey for that Colony Grill pizza line, whoever gets the spot gets the piece with the pepper and the pepperoni.
Yeah, no one could beat Scott as yet, though. The director, he's always first. He has fantastic technique in that pizza line.
He does. Castellanos gets a head on it. And Denny Crisostomo in the game right now for the Rowdies, number 17. There's Crisostomo. Really a player that settles things. Lewis Hilton's night is done. And this could be trouble here for Sac Republic. Rowdies on top of it here. Van Keazil working quickly. Pasias. Azakar sends it to the goal. Able to sneak that one in. Vitiello able to fall on it. Rowdies starting to get better quality chances.
Azakar, one of those players who's always trying to get behind the defender, always being shifty and tricky. Gets his shot off straight to Vitiello, but you love the aggressive mindset by Azakar, the Venezuelan. That's exactly what the Rowdies need to try to get back in this game and get behind the Sacramento backline.
Look at the experience of Azakar. This guy has been around. Played for Rio Grande Valley, Oakland Roots, San Antonio FC, Phoenix Rising as well. And now finding a spot with the Rowdies.
Also played some significant time in his home country with Portuguese. So big moments he's not afraid of. He does not shy away, understands his role.
Now this ball sent low. And again, Rowdies had a player posting up there. Charlie Sharp, right in the middle of the 18. Paul Marie now working quickly.
Again, this is exactly how Sacramento got their goal. They kept the Rowdies pinned in their own defensive third. Rowdies doing the same to Sacramento. There's no outlet for Sacramento if they do win back the ball. can the Rowdies make them pay? Can they fatigue them, not just physically, but mentally, trying to stay focused in defending?
Venkes Hill. Rowdies again playing keep away. Castellanos. Looks like Rowdies will send a couple subs in as we wait for those changes here. And it's going to be number 26, Joey Skinner, about to enter for the Rowdies.
Well, he is notorious for coming off the bench and providing life and energy. He is very left-footed.
And here is Manuel Arteaga as well, the player we spotlighted in the open, Ryan, a guy who, when we talked earlier this week, you said, Drew, I really like the effort from number 9 and what he brought onto the pitch, really shouldered the load and endured the pressure and delivered for the Rowdies.
Yeah, that emotion that he brings to the game too. Everyone sort of followed his lead. And he's going to bring that emotion now.
Ball will get away here. Sac Republic unable to build on it. And there's Arteaga entering. Sharp will take a seat for Tampa Bay. So 4 goals on the season from Manuel Arteaga. Significantly less than what he produced in 2024, but the Rowdies will certainly take it. And hopefully there are more where that came from this year. Here he is. Arteaga in a crowd. Ball ricochets now. Sac Republic trying to get it back in space. Instead, it's Tampa Bay. Arteaga again. This is the spark we were talking about.
Great job by Sacramento. They ushered him into an alley that he couldn't come out of, Arteaga, and just had to try to play it into the middle, but all alleyways were blocked.
This ball will be out of bounds. If you can't watch the match, turn on Sirius XM FC's 157. North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. Plus, you can hear live matches from the USL, MLS Premier League, and more. Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app.
Cristostomo picked up a little bit of a niggling injury this week in practice. Asked the coaching staff just to maybe just giving some fewer minutes tonight, and they've done that. They've responded. But he has such good close control in the middle of the park, Cristostomo.
Rowdies advancing forward. Paul Marie, oh, beautiful ball. Trying to get Arteaga on the fly. It was the right idea. Vitiello able to sniff it out. If that ball had been delivered maybe a little softer, it would have been trouble.
Well, Paul Marie was brought in to be the right wing back, now plays in number 10 for the Rowdies. Just seeing the white shirt make that run outside of the foot, and like you said, a yard just in front of Arteaga. But that is the sort of piercing passes that breaks the lines, that gets behind defenses.
Corey Bennett getting up a little bit slow. Been a little bit quiet tonight. Tell you what, it's not easy here if you're an opposing team to come and play your best game, especially in these hot and humid conditions. You see the wear and tear on the players. here in the 59th minute.
You know, Drew, I gotta say, last week we were high-fiving in this booth, seeing how nice the weather was. And now this week, for some reason, it's muggy, it's hot, and it's tough for the players to play.
Yes. But you know what? At least it's not a monsoon rainstorm, so.
That's right.
I don't want to speak too soon, though, because as soon as I say that,
we'll take the win.
The skies are likely going to open up at any moment.
That's right. And you know, moving to Florida, I came from the islands, okay, so there was rain, but moving to Florida, the type of hang on a second.
Tampa Bay building. This is Skinner. Trying to chip it into Pasius. Van Caazio. Safety valve for the Rowdies. Chrysostimo now. Again, a little bit better quality from Tampa Bay than what we saw in the first 45 and change. Chrysostimo again. Nicely done by Tampa Bay. Everybody getting a touch.
Yeah, starting to move the ball crisply. And this Sacramento team is backpedaling and going from left to right.
Van Caazio, this one driving towards the goal. Just needed a final touch. Paul Marie, the closest guy there. Now it's Aaron Guillen. Circling back, Arteaga. Rowdies with some intent here. Far post, header. Pasius comes and gets it. Just feel the momentum turning just a bit.
Loving the sequence. Rowdies again pinning Sacramento right back in their own half. Two fantastic deliveries. First from Van Caazio, right into the corridor of uncertainty.
Well, the ball skates out. So it will belong to Sacramento. Furious possession there for the Rowdies.
Drew, as I was saying, as I came up to the Florida, the type of storms or rain that Florida experiences in a summer, there's only one way to describe it: violent. Violent. I've never seen lightning, rain, and thunder in a 10-minute span like I've ever seen anywhere else on the planet. I mean, people go running for cover.
You know, you should have been here yesterday in Pinellas County, right in that Countryside Palm Harbor area. The storm that ripped through here yesterday. I was coming from Countryside Mall, and oh my goodness, on US 19, could not see 10 feet in front of me.
Violent, right?
Yes.
That's the word.
Pasius now working. The Rowdies speeding things up. They will blow the whistle one more time. Crowd not going to be happy because the Rowdies right now feeling it. There is a player down on the pitch, though, and that was one that Matt Thompson felt like should have been blown dead.
Yeah, once it's a head injury, referees are asked to stop the game.
Another good reason to stop it, to tell everybody about Hooters, the original wing joint, and another great sponsor here for Tampa Bay Rowdies soccer. Some nice hot wings tonight. I love them when they're nice and hot. Little blue cheese on the side. Those curly fries as well. Another look.
Well, speaking about head injuries, there's the header by Castellanos right into the back of Bennett. You can see the sweat come off of his head like a boxer. You think since 1983 they changed the sauce on the wings?
It tastes the same, it really does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love the buffalo shrimp as well. And
boy, I'm hungry.
Man, oh man, let me tell you. Now all different sorts of flavors. Just, I like, keep it conventional, right? Either hot, medium, all these different styles of wings.
Who does look out for Drew Felios, and just about 55 minutes from now, he'll be at the table.
That's a good call, the one on 4th Street. Easy stop on my way home. So 64th minute, Rowdies making some better progress here in the second half. I think the effort has certainly picked up. Starting to see some better chances, better quality all around, and I think they're even owning possession.
They absolutely are, and they are pinning Sacramento back. And this Sacramento team, so good defensively, so stubborn defensively, but nobody likes to go side to side and defend for long stretches of time. So can the dam break? Can the Rowdies find a way through this airtight Sacramento Republic team.
Quick counter by Sac Republic. Rowdies trying to thwart it. To no avail. Cicerone now controlling. Some pressure now from the home side.
Now Sacramento has gone through long stretches of time without the ball at their feet. Now they want to get something going. Parano, the number 10 for Sacramento, has started 20 of the 21 matches thus far. Didn't start tonight as Coach Collins wanted something more stubborn in the middle of the park with Wiley and Ross. But now the number 10 has come in to bring fresh legs and look for a second goal for Sacramento Republic.
Again, the Rowdies advancing, trying to slide one through. Pasias with the defender just in front, trying to impede. And again, the Rowdies, just one final tap in from pulling level.
Is that ball from Marie, showing that creativity. But the maroon shirts are so tight, they're so compressed, that there's no avenues for Pasias and Artiaga to run through. The space for the Rowdies has to be on the sides. But then Benitez and Gil are so adept defensively that it really is hard to get behind this Sacramento back five.
Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek. Your ticket to great seats. Benitez. Cicerone. Joey Skinner comes out of there with it. Mentioned Forrest Lasso hoping to get on the pitch tonight. Also, what about Leo Fernandez, the guy who was temporarily out for the Rowdies as well? Sebastian Herrera sets to check in. So more firepower coming on the pitch here for Sac Republic.
Yeah, Herrera has 3 assists this season, so he's also a sharer. And replacing the man in form, Bennett, 2 goals last match. And boy, is he quick.
So this is about the point where the Rowdies registered their first goal a week ago. Is it in the cards here tonight? In case you're just joining us, not much went down for Tampa Bay in half number 1, aside from Lewis Hilton's over 20,000 minutes in USL Championship play. Certainly a milestone.
That was a great hold-up play by Pasias. Now the white shirts have come around him, and the Rowdies can find a way out of that press. Exactly what they need to get past the Sacramento's stifling press.
Tampa Bay connecting dots. And Casillo. Castellanos again.
Collins is pleading with his players to continue the press. And the Rowdies have done a good job in the second half coming away from it.
Crisostomo calling for it. And now it's White. He'll have to go. He can work quickly. Slides one in. Here it is. Tampa Bay with their best opportunity. Pasias right in front of the goal.
Lawrence White put that ball on the money for Skinner. Skinner, being a left footer, had to come back in. Right in stride. Gets past the first defender. And what a bit of closing down by JJ. Coming from right centre back to clean up. Kleeman closing in, and there's JJ right into the path of Pasias. And he took a knock on the ankle, consequently.
Skinner was going 100 miles an hour. Would you have liked to see a shot taken by him or give off that extra ball?
If he was a right footer, even if he's not right footed, he should swing his right foot through the ball and get a shot across Vitello's goal.
Now Paul Marie, Colony Grill corner kick. Tampa Bay will have it. It's Bodily. Pasias also there. Rowdies will have another chance. Skyway Casuals making their presence felt here tonight. Love Skyway Casuals. They bring such a different atmosphere to every single Rowdies home match. Look at another Colony Grill corner on the way.
Rowdies scored from a corner. It was Skinner who got the header against the crossbar for Hilton to tap in for the equalizer against Pittsburgh. Can they do it in front of the fans tonight?
Player taken down there. So Matt Thompson's job getting busier as the night goes along. Mentioned Skyway Casuals. Ralph's Mob also needs special mention as well. They've brought it once again here in 2025. Hoping for a Rowdies turnaround here late in the season.
The Ultras known around the world. Ralph's Mob, Skyway Casuals.
So the Rowdies trailing by a goal. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Farah and Farah, Tampa's personal injury lawyers, and online at farahandfarah.com. Sponsoring our pregame show as well. Farah and Farah, the best in the business. You need legal services, dial it up. And Kazil. Right in that center circle, Pasias spins around and handles for the Rowdies. Bodies hitting the floor here in the 73rd. Trying to go over the top with it. And Skinner's offside.
Well, that's unforgivable by Skinner. He is the wide player. He has a clear view of the centre backs on where the line is. But sometimes players get too eager and they jump that line to get an edge. And now Coach Cascato has to look to his options on the bench.
So you heard some of the players, I think, just ask our officiating crew, are we still doing hydration break? I believe we will.
I think they should. I mean, it is absolutely humid. You can cut through the air with a knife on the field in Allianz Stadium tonight. Again, Drew, last week was fine. For some reason, this week it's really hot and muggy.
Aaron Guillen. Emotionally, once again, getting into it. You know what I would love to see over the last 6 years? A picture of all the different hairstyles of Aaron Guillen.
Yes, that would be amazing. He has such great hair.
He does. It always seems like he's sporting a different look. Always mixes it up. Look at this. Trouble now for the Rowdies. Flick it over and nearly into the goal.
Well, Russell Cicerone, such a danger with the ball at his feet or the ball played in front of him. He's as quick as lightning. Just couldn't find the lob with his left foot. Outpacing Castellanos. Castellanos recovers well. Just trying to find that right-sided post.
Crowd comes alive, sensing a Rowdies run here. Pasius. Crisostomo, tried a little give and go, tried to squeeze it through traffic. And Tampa Bay, the encouraging thing is they're winning some of these 50-50 battles right now. Bodily, trying to get into the box, can't do it. Sac Republic not going to take their foot off the gas pedal. This is Padano. Padano's impressive. Cicerone. He'll lay it. Center of the box. Shot taken. Another deflection. And that was Blake Willie trying to get himself on the score sheet.
I believe this might be the hydration break. We're not sure. No, it's not. But that burst of speed by Padano, it is something like a nightmare for players with tired legs.
So this is Luis Felipe checking in now for Sac Republic. Well, Neil Collins, I like the way he is going to his bench, the variety of substitutes, just as you would expect to the Neil Collins side. That's the one thing I think he did so well his time with the Rowdies. He would pull the string at just the right times.
And he will also build a lot of depth for that same reason, so he can choose from as the game wears on. I think a lot of it is to maintain that intensity that he demands. And Coach Casciato, as he begins to build his roster, will have that same luxury in time.
You can watch the USL Championship in Spanish on 2DN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. New Mexico United battles Detroit City Wednesday, September 10th, 9 p.m. Eastern on 2DN. Go to USLChampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Drew Felios, Ryan Davis here along with our tremendous Tampa Bay Rowdies crew. So excited to have you with us. Rowdies still trying to get on the score sheet here in the 77th. Sac Republic, meanwhile, trying to double their lead. Could this be the moment? A little bit of contact there right at the end, and I'll tell you what, Castellanos was on his horse.
What a recovery by Castellanos. Herrera was in the clear. We thought he would have a 1v1 with Bandry. And in steps Castellanos, who moved from right centre-back to now the centre-back position in the second half. Look at that tackle, on the money. And Herrera kicks nothing but air.
You know, Herrera's on the ground. He wants a foul, but you watch that replay. It was a beautiful, beautiful tackle.
He's looking around saying, somebody had to kick me. Who was there? Was it the anthill? Was it the mole?
I mean, you can't do it much better than this. Watch him get to the ball first.
As clean as you like. Bang. And then he kicks Castellanos' foot.
That is what beautiful defending looks like.
It does. People take so much pride in attacking and goal scoring, but 1v1 defending, when done properly, is a thing of beauty.
And now we have reached our hydration break. So both teams will take a moment here, get hydrated for the stretch run. The Rowdies have trailed for most of the night. It's just crazy watching Neil Collins coach on the other sideline, all the great years in Tampa. I mean, I was here that very first year, my first year as an announcer here. Ryan, I think the year was 2018, and Tampa Bay was turning the page. And Neil Collins retiring as a player, becoming the head coach early in that season, and took some lumps early on, but his intensity and the way he instilled his methods into this club, you came along the very next year, and it was a little bit more of a well-oiled machine, but he made no mistakes as far as telling the organization, the players, how he wanted things.
And how he demanded his players to play. If you did not play a certain style, and have a certain intensity, exit stage left. Here's the papers and a flight home. So that was very much the message sent to the players, and he always instilled how you play from Monday to Friday in practice determines if you start on Saturday, no matter who you were. So something that crept into the organization and held firm ever since.
So corner kick in the 80th minute for Sac Republic. Just a light wind. Lawrence White, he is chirping right now with Sebastian Herrera. Referee Matt Thompson. And this, how about this cat and mouse?
Anything to get an inch.
It looks like a full-scale wrestling match inside the box.
And referee Thompson put a stop to it immediately, and usually calls for the defensive team in this sort of scenario.
Camperado knows your journey and will help you along the way. Affordable, personalized auto insurance you can count on. Get a quote today. Kemper.com.
Another yellow card, Drew. Not sure who that's going to go to, but I tell you what, referee Thompson is starting to clamp down as these players become tired in the last 10 minutes.
Crisostomo. This is Padano. White running with him. You see the physicality.
Now Padano is tangling.
I think Lawrence White's really got to be careful here. He's already had a discussion, not a pleasant one, with referee Matt Thompson.
He's a chipper, Lawrence White, and he's going to stay into the ears of the players and the referees. He gets him going.
Able to come away with this. Now, he's one of those players that just gets on your nerves if you're on the other side.
Yeah, he plays with emotion as well. And look at that read by Benitez, completely cutting off Skinner's path. Nowhere for him to go.
Another bite of the apple here for Sac Republic. Padano.
He draws such a crowd, Padano, with his close control, his low center of gravity. His final pass to Jack outside was not on the money, but he still creates so much space for other players. And coming in the second half, Blake Bodley is now taking a seat. He is gassed.
I think Bodley looking to the bench, saying, hey, I could use a breather here. So more Rowdies changes likely upon us. That board will light up, and in for Tampa Bay comes Luis Alvarez. So the youngster checks in.
Alvarez definitely a more attacking player. Yes, Bodley is aggressive, but he's a bona fide left wing back. Alvarez not so much.
Jacker sends it wide. So 84th minute, Rowdies throwing it in. Time now starting to really become a factor in this match.
So Skinner, with his natural left foot, has gone to left wing back to replace Blake Bodley. Over on this right-hand side, the Frenchman, Prairie, will pick up residence, while Alvarez and Pacias and Arteaga will be the three up front.
See if Luis Alvarez can get involved. The Honduran certainly has the talent. Here he is.
Look at that touch.
Spinning around, trying to spark the Rowdies here late. Paul Murray. This one deflected out. Van Cassia. Take a look at Jack Kerr. He looks like an English footballer, doesn't he?
He does. I mean, just one glimpse of him.
Vintage. He is a Neil Collins type of player.
He is hard-nosed, north-south runner. And he's 5th all-time in appearances for Sacramento Republic.
He has been flying around this pitch all night long. Van Casio.
Has that Lewis Hilton sort of feel to him, where you can see he's an English player from a mile away, a country mile.
Absolutely.
You know, I only learned what a country mile was when I came to the US.
Crisostomo setting this one in. And it rolls out of bounds. Arteaga. Alvarez trying to set this one up. Paul Marie lets it go out. And now he throws it right at Pacias. Pacias pinned against that end line. It'll be a Rowdies Colony Grove corner kick on the way.
Again, there's that defensive shape between the defender, between the attacker and the goal. Yes, it sounds just fundamental, but it's fundamentals over and over and over again that pile up big results. And Sacramento defensively exude that.
Middle of the box. He's trying to get a foot on it. Crisostomo. Went far post. Just kind of went right through the traffic. So 87th minute. I know, Ryan, we were having some discussion before the game. You take one more look, Crisostomo. Trying to straighten it out, get it on frame. If you're a World Cup fan, you want to get tickets. This is a big week coming up, huh?
September 10th, Drew. I just sent you something on your messages. Okay. Better take a look at it. That's how you have to go to FIFA.com and sign up, and then start selecting the areas or the stadiums you would like to attend, and get your visa ready to go on September 10th. It is the world's biggest party. It happens every 4 years, and it's being held in Mexico, USA, and Canada.
Certainly, maybe a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, though, for so many.
Oh, yeah.
To attend one of those matches. It's going to be awesome.
A record 45 teams will be involved next World Cup. As the qualifiers begin to wrap up, USA have that luxury. So too Canada and Mexico, where they are the host, so they qualify already. They're trying to find friendly matches to keep sharp and to, you know, try to get the squad all together. Meanwhile, in Europe, South America, Africa, Asia, everywhere else around the planet, they're wrapping up qualifiers after 2.5 years.
Wow. Just the atmosphere is going to be off the hook. I just can't wait. Castellanos now for the Rowdies. Van Casio looking for a spot to attack. Paul Marie again involved.
Love the idea. Going into the forward, and then the forward playing it back into the runner coming in from midfield. That is one way to get through a defense. And the Rowdies go to the corner flag.
Arteaga. Look out, here he comes. It's Alvarez. And who else but Freddie Kleeman comes up big for Sac Republic. That was well played.
Again, he held off Pacias just minutes ago. Did the same thing to Alvarez. He is dialed in, Freddie Kleeman.
And now it's Jack Kerr.
Looks like Jack Kerr is not interested. Smartly brings it back for Sacramento, where JJ is.
You know who he kind of reminds me of? A little bit of Joe Cole in him as well.
Yeah.
His days with Tampa Bay. Slowly coming to the end of regulation time. 90th minute now. Rowdies chasing here late.
So our producer just mentioned that the Rowdies in the second half, 72% possession in the second half to 28 for Sacramento, who have been nursing this 1-0 lead since halfway through the first half.
Felipe sending it back. Desmond. Rowdies can't get to it. A little bit of a tie up there and a whistle. And let's see how much extra time we're going to have here. Have one more substitution coming in. Ryan Spalding, another former Rowdy, rejoining Neil Collins. Trots onto the pitch.
Had two separate stints with the Rowdies coming from New England. And now has gone across the country to play with Neil Collins, who certainly appreciates his abilities on the left-hand side. Talk about bona fide wing-backs. If Jack is a right wing-back, Ryan Spalding is the bona fide left wing-back.
So JJ out, Spalding in.
Oof.
8 minutes of extra time, and Sac Republic can have their best opportunity in the second half. They'll bury their second of the night.
Fresh legs have paid off, and Neil Collins, look what it means to him to come back to Al Lang Stadium and get that win. Jack again delivering. Ball over the top, fresh legs. Look at Herrera, who was denied by Castellanos just minutes ago. Plays it right into the path of Cicerone, who followed up. Once Herrera broke that line, the Rowdies centre-backs were facing their own goal, and now Cicerone, the ball was put on a platter for him.
6th goal of the season for Russell Cicerone. And that pretty much is going to put this match to bed.
Well, they held off. The Rowdies knocked on the door. 72% possession, corner after corner. Never really got behind the defense, though. No clear-cut chance. And that is a full credit to that back line and the wing-backs. You know what? The entire unit, Sacramento, that's how they defend. But the Rowdies have done a great job in trying to probe. They've stayed disciplined. They've stayed hungry. They've responded in the second half, just like they did against Pittsburgh. Just unable to find that final product in the final third.
So Danny Vitiello, he's done his part. In goal, a shutout intact right now. Rowdies will have about 5+ minutes to work with here late. Andre puts it down. Now Venke Azil. Another tie up there in the center circle. Saw Parano go down. You could just feel the wind sucked out of the stadium after that goal.
Tell you what, Aaron Guillen has to be fortunate to not get a yellow card.
So Alex Rodriguez comes on for Tampa Bay.
Valuable minutes for the youngster, Rodriguez. Yes, it may only be 5 minutes, but it's the best 5 minutes he's going to get all week long. No practice session can replicate this. This is real USL Championship game speed.
Rowdies now on the attack, trying to squeeze a pass through. Thiago once again the target man. Sac Republic again, just 17 goals conceded this entire year. And trying to get out of here keeping that number intact as well. En route to what is going to be their 10th victory.
Tell you what, that was a booming kick by Vitello, all the way to the arms of Bandry. Almost set Herrera on his way.
Now it's Alvarez. Tracking this one back. Palacios gets a piece. This ball sent on. Nice idea from Luis Alvarez.
Yeah, can't give the youngster anything wrong with that. He's trying to score, trying to help the team, trying to be positive.
Yep.
And yeah, some way out, but Rodrigo Lopez turned this game on its side with a goal from that same distance. So why not for Alvarez have a dig?
Alvarez not going to be able to track this one down. And now in the final minutes, Rowdies next have to welcome in Colorado Springs. We'll see them 1 week from tonight. Lots of work to do for Dominic Casciato and his club. But again, I think this club is in good hands. He knows that he did not walk into the ideal situation. Clearly, this is a Rowdies roster that is a bit in flux. Changes in the future are coming. I think everybody can feel that.
And you can see it on the field as well. Even though the changes in the roster are not happening as we speak, you can see the temperaments, you can see the body language. Players are more positive, they're more organized. And this coach has definitely has this team going in the right direction.
Skinner now. Rowdies not going to give up until the final whistle. Alvarez comes near side. Paul Marie. Spalding marking him. Crisostomo trying to squeeze one through. Rodriguez. Alvarez. Another touch on the ground. Vitiello able to make the save.
Lovely touch from Rodriguez. Lovely idea from Marie. The one-touch passing, almost like how it's played in South America when everything becomes very congested. Those tight passes, that first-time touch is so important. They get a shot off.
Castellanos. Ian Guillen on the entire way here tonight. So is Van Caazeel. Rowdies' backline has certainly fought from the start. Palacios being held by Spalding. And now Van Caazeel with Alvarez. A little bit too much on that one, Van Caazeel. And the Rowdies just about out of gas. Sac Republic to throw it in. That one will head out. And that is going to do it from Al Lang Stadium. Sac Republic comes in led by Neil Collins, the former Rowdies head coach. And they get a 2-0 result. The two head coaches embracing there. It's a successful homecoming for Coach Collins. Two great friends there, Stuart Dobson and Neil Collins, all the great success that he had at Al Lang. It continued tonight, just not the way the Rowdies would have liked. And there you see two guys have a lot of history together. Lawrence White, Coach Collins, Leo Fernandez as well. What a night for Neil. Again, 2-0 the final. We will wrap this one up and look towards next week when we return to downtown St. Pete.
Need a reason to smile? We've got 4. Weeknights from 5, it's a block of non-stop laugh-out-loud comedy. At 5, kick back with the Connors. At 6, the laughs keep rolling with American Housewife. At 7, the jokes get even bigger with 1 hour of Friends. And at 8, it's comedy gold with Flipside. 4 hours, all comedy, all laughs. The Comedy Block. Weeknights from 5 to 9 p.m. only on Tampa Bay 44.
When you're ready to set life into motion, Grow Financial is here to be your first step. To give you that running start and to show you just how far you can go. Because we serve people, not profit. Which means our mission isn't our products, but where they can take you. So wherever you may be going next, just remember, first steps start here. Grow Financial. We serve people, not profit.
So what makes the original Hooters so special? Everybody wants to know our secret recipe. The answer is simple. We care about our people, the food we serve, our guests, and the community around us. And this has been true since day one. We created a unique experience like no other. What you see is years of hard work. This is our family, and we're here because we care. To us, originality isn't just one thing. It's everything. Hooters. Always original.
Back here at Outlank Stadium, Sac Republic will hit the road with a 2-0 victory over the Rowdies in their back pocket. Drew Felios, Ryan Davis, and our phenomenal Rowdies crew bringing you the action tonight. Unfortunately, just not the night the Rowdies were looking for. There were some bright spots, especially start of the second half. Tampa Bay putting together an attack. They did handle possession. It was in their favor, but Sac Republic his new club. Hope you enjoyed it. The Rowdies will certainly rebound. They've got the coach now that can get it going, Dominic Casciato. He will get things right in that Rowdies locker room. For Ryan Davis and our phenomenal crew, I'm Drew Felios saying so long from downtown St. Pete. Sac Republic over the Rowdies here tonight.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.